finally, a source of raw, real, and honest information on healthcare issues that matter most. Welcome to BS Free MD. From the latest medical information to how to stay sane as a doctor or a patient, no subject is taboo, no BS is allowed. Now, let's welcome your hosts, Doctors May and Tim Hindmarsh.
All right, car shows, kiteboarding, and carb counting. You heard it here, folks. We missed our live stream in the middle of the week last week due to travel and all sorts of stuff, but we did an impromptu Doctales with cocktails last Saturday. May was getting an infusion of some NAD at the time and then off to the hyperbaric chamber, so she's feeling a little bit better. While I was out on the East Coast trying to learn how to kiteboard and not get killed at the same time, and stumbled upon an amazing car show. So we talk a bit about that stuff. Episode gets a little bit cut off at the end due to some technical issues, but it's awesome, and give it a listen, please. So this is a very impromptu Doctales with cocktails. We finally both have our feet in the sand, in the ocean, grounding ourselves like you cannot even imagine.
This is not cocktails. There's no cocktails.
Oh, it is for me.
I just climbed out of bed, so mine was coffee.
Should be having a mimosa or a Bloody Mary. Like, get with the program. It's 7 o'clock here.
I need to go find one. It's 1 o'clock, so I guess it's time, correct?
Right.
Yes. So how's it going, everybody? And I guess nobody's going to be joining us right now because what is it? I don't even know what day it is. That's where I'm at. It's Saturday. People are out doing stuff, doing their own thing, not drinking drinks in the middle of the afternoon. Maybe they are. And so Tim and I got to catch up with you because we missed our live stream this week. As you saw, I was, I didn't send a picture. I was actually getting an infusion of some good stuff at the clinic, and it went a little late because I can only take the infusion so fast. So we apologize for that. And then the next day, I was at the hyperbaric chamber getting my healing on in my hip and my elbow here, which you can see it's doing pretty good. Still a little red, but New Leaf Hyperbarics and Wellness is revamping my life, and we're going to do a show with one of the supervising physicians for them in the upcoming weeks. He's scheduled to come on and talk more about how hyperbarics works, and I really want to get into the red light therapy on how that works as well, because you can do red light therapy on its own. I combine it with the hyperbaric chamber, and it makes a big difference. When I come out of there, I mean, maybe more so for me than you, Tim. What do you think? But when I come out, I say to the assistants working there, like, I feel like I'm making it up because I literally can swing my legs out of the chamber, which is, like a big tent, and it doesn't hurt. And it takes my pain from like a 3.5 down to a 1. It's like incredible.
I have had a great week. You learn how to kiteboard. It's weird being a beginner again, and it's been very real. And interestingly, the biggest kiteboarding store here is called Real, and I find that fascinating because the experience is very real. I cannot wait to move to the Gulf Coast of Florida and take what I've already learned and turn it into an actual hobby. Because what I need is more extreme sports. Obviously, that's completely the case. And it's been great. I mean, it's really been great. We've done all sorts of stuff. Yesterday, I don't know if you saw any of the posts on Instagram, we were going to go to the Wright Museum again to see the Wright Brothers Memorial. And we stumbled upon this gigantic car show that was just crazy. So we just did that. So it's been fun. And some of the best things in life are surprises, right? Like how most of us got here. Because I know for my parents, I was 100% a surprise. So that's how it works.
Yeah, I didn't even know you were doing that until I popped open the Facebook page this morning to see what was going on. And I was like, is that a replay from last year, or is Tim really at a car show on the East Coast? So
I had no idea I was doing that until we drove by the car show.
Of course, like most things in life, it's like, car show, halt,
Right.
screech, turn around. Yeah, interesting.
No,
So,
it was
so
fun.
have you learned any health lessons on this trip?
Health lessons.
Well,
Yes.
this is like a medical podcast show, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. I never realized how few carbs I actually ate till I was around people that eat lots of carbs.
And is that a good
So
thing or a bad thing?
now I'm going back to meat. Lots of meat.
So, did you eat more carbs and feel worse, or did it help you, or what?
I don't know. Definitely hungry more, but I did tons of exercise. I mean, tons of exercise. If step counting counts, I've got close to 15,000 steps a day. A lot
That's
of
a
those
lot.
were in the ocean walking because I was getting my ass kicked on a kiteboard. So yeah, I have no way to judge it. I need to go home, go to the gym, weigh myself and see if there's a difference. But man, once you start eating carbs again, it is like it's a heroin eating.
I know, right? I know. But I've been there. You know that the last
Yeah.
couple weeks to months recovering, and man, with all this hormone mix up going on with me, now I understand the carb cravings that women get, PMS, and I never used to get that. Um, but you're right. My diet's slipped, and I've been eating more carbs. And for me, the thing that really tips me over the edge, um, is the wine. I love my wine, but even 2 glasses, it's just so much carbs for me. So, um, I'm not saying that's the only bad carbs I get, but, I really notice it with that. And then sweets at night, I always have some kinda craving, but I can eat, like, 1 piece of dark chocolate, and I'm kinda good. For me, it's, like, wine, or if you do, like, a bunch of bread type food, that kinda stuff, it really gets me.
So
Anyway,
does High Rock vodka from Charlotte, North Carolina count as carbs?
carbs? Of course it
It is.
does. Is it good?
Look at this. It's
Are they gonna
Dale and Amy Earnhardt's preferred cocktail mixer. And they have featured
cocktail
cocktails. Yes.
so wait, do they own the vodka company?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
They
But
so they're the label on the vodka or the mix? You said mix.
no, they're the label on the vodka. Pulled
So,
this
are they
right off the bottle.
so maybe we're dropping a hint that, they should be our next Doctales with Cocktail sponsor. Or I guess technically
Correct.
they're sponsoring you right now, as you sponsored them by buying their vodka.
Yes. I would take Earnhardt money in like 1 second.
So,
And
let's get to the cocktail. What are you drinking it with?
I'm drinking it with air.
Okay, you're drinking it straight out of the bottle. No,
Correct.
just on ice? Just on ice?
Just on air.
Oh my gosh, that's
The way
that's
God
hardcore
intended.
desperation. Okay, no, the way your genetics tell everybody, the Russian side of you is coming out, and so
Yes,
there you
the
go.
Russian side of me, where they wean you from your mother's nipple straight to a bottle of Smirnoff.
And so how is it? Is it
It's
good
actually
gasoline or in between?
no, it's good. It's actually really good. It's very smooth, and it's 44 proof, 88 proof, so it's 44%. So it's actually a little bit higher potency. And usually that tends to gasoline stuff, and this didn't. So I would recommend High Rock.
Okay, I like it.
And if
Well, let's look it up and let's see. I wonder if it's
yeah,
on the West Coast for those of our followers that are on the West Coast. Um, I've got a special one in mind, our next Doctales that I'm gonna bring. There's actually 2. You know which 2 probably I'm thinking of, but we'll leave it at that.
yes,
That
and they're
that's
very, very good, and they're very, very different, which is
yes, they
really cool.
are.
Very
It's
different.
like you and me. Very different.
Yes,
We're East Coast, West Coast,
that's exactly right.
uptown, uptown, downtown. I think I'm uptown, you're downtown. You're East Coast, I'm West Coast. I just don't call me Chanel West Coast. Whatever you do.
no. So that technically is Pamlico Bay, or no,
Nice.
I'm sorry, Pamlico Sound,
Yes.
which is technically part of the Atlantic Ocean. If I walk 2 blocks to my right, I would smash into the surf of the Atlantic Ocean. And the reason Cape Hatteras is so famous for windsurfing and kiting is because you have all these consistent winds, because you're essentially a tiny sliver of sand in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean with the sound on one side. So you don't get, and it's very shallow, so you don't get pummeled with surf.
So I forgot where actually the way you were facing. So you actually get the sunrise in the morning, and then because you're on that out on that bar, you
Yes.
see the sunset at night.
So one of my
That's
friends would get
a
up
dreamy
almost
place.
every morning and go and walk the 2 blocks to get the sunrise. And then we would have, dinner here and get the sunset, because it is a 2 block walk from the East Coast to the West Coast.
This sounds kind of like an ideal spot. Although I don't know, it's not quite as warm as I'd like. I'm thinking maybe Cozumel or something. Isn't that
Well,
the
it's
same?
yeah, you're here in July, it's way warmer than you want it to be. And then if you're here in in August when the hurricanes come, it's probably unpleasant.
Although, what's the island on the east coast of Florida that's like that? Is that Coco Island? I think it is off near Cape Canaveral. Can't you go to the island and get the sunrise and the sunset? You don't
I
know,
don't
but I'm thinking I might need to explore that. Wonderful. So, when I asked about medical stories or lessons, I was wondering, did you learn to wear sunscreen?
Yes, because otherwise my face would have burnt completely off my body. It would have been
Perfect.
like an episode of the Guardians of the Galaxy where the guy, like, his face is literally burned off by the raccoon chewing it. So yes, I did. But I have an unbelievably amazing mocha tan.
Yes, you
So
do. I can see it from here. Well,
yeah.
I'm not quite Casper the Friendly Ghost, but I've got my sunscreen always on my face, my SPF 45, and I'll tell everybody what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing Epion's tinted sun shield. Maybe we can tag that on later. I really like it. Epion's makes good skincare products for everybody. I had the kids use it when they were younger because they had acne prone skin with breakouts. Good stuff. And they got stuff for aging skin. They have really nice skincare products, tinted sunscreen. You can buy it. I don't know about Target, but you can buy it online on Amazon and then a lot of dermatology offices. So I recommend Elta MD. It's really highly rated. And, and Epion's, both of them. And I got my Alba sunscreen on my body to cover my scar because nothing makes a scar turn more red than sun to a freshly healing wound. So you cover these suckers up with sunscreen, and then you can put 1% cortisone cream on scars to keep them from getting really bright red. And the other thing that works pretty good is vitamin E. Take a little vitamin E capsule, rub it on there. And then I'm sure there's all kinds of other stuff, special creams and sauces that cost a lot of money, but there you go. I'm wearing mine.
Yeah, I'm just looking at my half shaded face from the setting sun. Like, I think I should be in like Miami Vice whacking some guy over a cocaine deal.
Oh my goodness.
Kind of what it looks like.
Oh my goodness. Okay. That's pretty funny.
I'm a
There
lot
you go.
closer to Miami than you are.
Yeah, you sure are. You sure are. So, I don't know what else to say about any kind of eventful things happening. I've been kind of laying low, staying out of the news, but I would just tell everybody that's watching this, our social media posts, our website, our logo, everything is going to be changing slowly and getting an upgrade and looking better and more regular posts because we have an amazing administrative assistant who has joined us. We've hired, and I'm super excited to have a Desiree on board along with Mitch, our creator of our reels, to kind of get this show up to the next level and make it better for everybody that's watching and make it more engaging and fun and regular and so forth. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And what else can I say? We put out our podcast last week, which, by the way, I recorded the intro to that, and I think Desiree did post it on Facebook. I did not think I was recording that video. So everybody, please disregard the fact that I looked completely unengaged, staring down away from the camera, because I thought I was just recording the audio and just wanted to get that done for the show. So she put it out there, and I was like, oh shit, that just looks so bad. But anyway, it is what it is. You see how things are behind the scenes when I'm not looking at the camera. But we did a recording with, it just dropped my brain. Karen Hale and Melinda Smith, I think, from the New Heart Mojo on New Cleveland Radio. And we were on their Karen's show before, but basically a conversation about healthcare issues. They were asking a lot of questions about, struggles as far as a patient getting access to care, how to navigate care between their doctor when they're trying to get into the doctor, but also if you're at the hospital or seeing a specialist or some mid-level somewhere and you're lost in the shuffle or the insurance. So that's what that recording is about, that we did on their show, and we repurposed it for you guys this week. So it's something a little different, just to fill in the gaps while Tim and I are away. But we've got a lot of great recordings coming up this month, people on the list. And while I'm here on my little personal vacation, we are doing a recording Monday. That'll probably come out next week. So I will not drop any more hints, but let you know that we're still working while I'm gone for the month of May, and bringing you good content.
Hey, thanks for listening to this impromptu episode while May and I talk about kiteboarding lessons, lots of exercise, and of course, something dear to me, a car show. And don't forget to listen to our live stream every Wednesday at 6 Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern, where we do Doctales with cocktails, take a little lighter look at medicine, and share what we are drinking. It's always a good time. We'll see you then.
It's no secret that medicine is a bit uptight. That's why Tim and I created BS Free MD, to mix things up a little and have fun in the process. Besides, we are having these exact same discussions all the time, so we thought we might as well invite everyone to the party. If you really like us, you can get plenty more, and maybe see one of Tim's cool tattoos on our Instagram or Facebook pages at BS Free MD. See you next time.
Well, we try to keep BS Free MD as raw and real as possible. We can't be held responsible for any medical decisions or discussions had as a result of what you've heard on the show. We know, bummer. But the truth is, we really do care about your questions. So feel free to reach out to us by email at doc@bsfreemd.com.